Hello everyone, my name is Chip. Now today I'm playing a deck I've been looking forward to playing for a while. It's a red-black Rack deck that uses Urza's Saga and the Grief combo with Undying Evil and Malakir Rebirth to get both players empty-handed very quickly, and then uses the Rack to bolt them every turn. We get to play some of my favourite cards in Modern. Dauthi Voidwalker is just a powerhouse, Liliana of the Veil is just one of my favourite cards, and I'm also trying a cheeky one of Liliana Heretical Healer. It combos very well with our Grief and Dauthi Voidwalker, and when it comes back we get 2 Liliana discard effects on the field. I'll put a full deck list down in the description, and while you're down there, if you're enjoying this video, please be sure to leave it a like. That lets me know this is more of the content you'd like to see. And if you could do me a huge favor and let me know which cards you're looking forward to seeing me play at Midnight Hunt, that'll really help me figure out what content you guys want to see for the next few weeks. And with that, let's get on to the games. Okay, round 1, we've won the die roll. Doesn't do a lot, we're gonna mulligan. I guess this is fine, we'll keep. I think it's the Rack to the bottom, lead Bloodstained Mire. We're gonna straight away just evoke a Grief by ditching a Grief. What do they got going on? Okie dokie, Yawgmoth deck. Just take the Ignoble Hierarch. Pass the turn there. Forest from our opponent into a Yawgmoth. Pass it to us. We're going to crack the Bloodstained Mire on the end step. Get ourselves a Blood Crypt tapped. Go to our turn. Dreadbore. Okay, well, we're just going to play an Urza Saga and pass. Verdant Catacombs from our opponent. Crack it immediately. Get themselves an Overgrown Tomb untapped. Down to 17. They run out the Strangleroot Geist. Okay. They swing in for 3. They pass to us. Malakir Rebirth might be good later. Let's play a Bloodstained Mire and pass. Prosperous Innkeeper. Okay, ramps them and is basically a Soul Sister. And then they play a Kalni Garden, making a plant token, gaining a life. Alrighty, they swing in for 3. We're going to take it down to 13. Gonna crack the Bloodstained Mire. Gonna get Blood Crypt untapped actually, down to 10. This just means we can play anything we draw for the next few turns. Make a construct, go to our turn. Pyrite Spellbomb, well that's not bad. Make another construct. Think we're in the life gain plan with Shadowspear. We'll play the Malakir Rebirth tapped. Pass the turn then. Swamp from our opponent. Court of Calling for 4, and I believe we are dead. Right, so they can keep looping this, drawing as many cards as they need. So they have infinite life here. We can't really get around infinite life, so we'll just scoop it up. They also had the Drell's Messenger in hand, so we'd have to kill the Yawgmoth that turn, which means we weren't gaining life, which means we're dead to 2 attacks from these undying creatures. Alrighty, let's bring in Pithing Needle. Anything else helpful? Not really. Yeah, not really. Go down a bolt for the Pithing Needle. Run it like that. On the die roll, let's go first. Yeah, we're going to keep this one. Let's play a Bloodstained Mire pass. Overgrown Tomb tapped from our opponent. Very nice. Let's crack the Bloodstained Mire. Get ourselves a Blood Crypt tapped. Go to our turn. Kroxa's not bad. Let's play Swamp. Run out the Dauthi Voidwalker. Pass the turn there. Blooming Marsh from our opponent. Wall of Roots. Okay. Passing to us. I think we're going for a Kroxa here. See what they discard. Court of Calling. Okay. Doesn't help as much. Let's run out Urza's Saga and then play the Nihil Spellbomb. Pass the turn there. No, we get a free attack. Shadow. I forgot about Shadow. So we'll swing in for 3. Take it down to 17. Pass the turn there. Verdant Catacombs. They crack it. Get themselves a Swamp. Reclamation Sage. Okay. What are you going after? Taking out the Urza Saga. That's fair. Go to our turn. Let's go to combat. Just swing in for 3. Blood Crypt. Put it into play tapped. Pass the turn there. They swing in for 2. We're going to take it. Another Wall of Roots from our opponent. It's going to pass it there. Let's play Castle Locthwain. Swing in for 3. Opponent takes it down to 10. Pass the turn there. Opponent's playing an Endurance. Okay. Shuffling our Kroxa and Co. back into our deck. That's fine. Swing in for 5. Let's take it this time. They're playing a Grist. Okay. Bolt the Grist in response. And they sacrifice the Reclamation Sage. Okay. And they destroy our Dauthi. Go to our turn. Oi. All right. I think we're getting a bit desperate here. Play a Swamp, pass the turn, and it runs out of Strangleroot Geist. Swings in for 5, we're going to take it, down to 7, and a Yawgmoth. Well, I think we've got to take some damage here, or else we're just going to lose. That's the Rack, that doesn't help. Let's just crack the Nihil Spellbomb to draw. Kolaghan's Command, not great. And Undying Evil. So that's the game, unfortunately. Yeah, that does it. Damn. Just got flooded in that second game. Running 20 lands. Got 7 of them. Yeah, seven lands in the top 13 cards. That's a lot. All right. Well, round 1 goes to our opponents. Alrighty. Round 2. We've won the die roll again. Let's go first. Okay, let's keep. Gonna lead Blood Crypt. Pay 2 life. Run out Pyrite Spellbomb. Pass the turn there. And opponent scoops it up. Okay, good to know. Guess we keep it the same and run it back. Opponent's got the 61 card special for game 2. We've all done it. Only we had a black source. Gonna mulligan. His hand does not do anything. We'll mulligan again. Again, we are short a black source. Mulligan again. I guess we're gonna keep this one on the power of Urza's Saga. Our opponent's going first. Maybe we can keep Grief. Let's put the Voidwalkers and the Bolt to the bottom. Snow-covered plains from our opponent into Aether Vial. Pyrite Spellbomb again. Well, let's play Swamp. Run out the Spellbomb. Pass the turn there. Field of Ruin into a Leonin Arbiter. Well, that certainly makes our Urza's Sagas worse. Let's run out an Urza's Saga. Let's crack the Spellbomb to draw. Okay, Kroxa. Pass the turn there. Opponent uses the Aether Vial. It's a Giver of Runes into play. Okay, ticks the Aether Vial up to 2. Swings in for 2. We're just going to take it. Down to 18. Go to our turn. Another Kroxa. Not looking great. Let's run out another Urza's Saga. Pass the turn there. Oh dear. Arbiter is just ripping us apart.
You're tearing me apart!
They're paying the Arbiter tax, so they can put in a Stoneforge, I'm guessing. Okay, grabbing Batterskull. Aether Vial stays on 2. Second plains from our opponent. So do they already have the Cauldra? They swing in for 2. We're just going to take it. Field of Ruin on our Urza's Saga. They could have a second Arbiter here, so if we pay it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, I'll risk it. Yep, they're Aether Vialing in. A second Arbiter. Glorious. Just glorious. Yeah. Okay, well, we can't play anything. We're just going to scoop it up to the sideboard. Now we know we're against taxes. So, Last Hope is good. Kozilek's Return is good. Damnation is good. Pithing Needle is good. Shenanigans could be good. Probably cut a Kroxa. Cut the Nihil Spellbomb. Gonna cut Thoughtseize and 1 Undying Evil. Run it back like that. Yes, I won the die roll. I would like to play first. Yeah, I'm gonna keep, but only because of the power of Kozilek's Return in this matchup. Let's play Swamp and the Rack. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Snow-covered plains. Passes to us. Seasoned Pyro, not bad. Let's play a Bloodstained Mire. Let's crack it now. Get ourselves a Blood Crypt. I will pay 2 life, and let's run out a Voidwalker. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a normal plains. Snow-covered and normal plains. Okay. Runs out a Stoneforge. Gets themselves a Sword of Fire and Ice. Go to our turn. Bolt is good. Let's play Castle Locthwain. Bolt the Stoneforge now. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Pass the turn there. Opponent has a Leonin Arbiter. Okay. And an Aether Vial. They pass to us. Blood Crypt. Let's play it. Untapped. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Opponent takes it down to 14. Pass the turn there. Opponent swings in for 2. We're just going to take it down to 13. Runs out Sword of Fire and Ice. Passes the turn to us. Castle Locthwain. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Opponent takes it down to 11. Pass the turn there. Now I hope they put another creature into play before they equip the sword. They're equipping the sword now. Let's cast Malakir Rebirth on the Dauthi Voidwalker. Kozilek's Return. Opponent has the path for the Voidwalker. Okay. Well, Arbiter's gone. Sword of Fire and Ice stays away. And now we've got the Seasoned Pyromancer to refuel. And a Kroxa. So do we Kroxa this turn, Seasoned Pyro next turn? I like just Seasoned Pyromancering here. And then we can get Kroxa down next turn. Oh, okay. Those are good cards. Pass the turn there. And it's ticking the Aether Vial up to 3 and has a Flagstones. Just passing to us. Aether Vial for an Archon. Should have waited until we'd cast our first spell or attacked. Let's run out Bloodstained Mire. I think we'll just pass here, holding up Kolaghan's. Yeah, we'll just hold up Kolaghan's. Aether Vial staying on 3. Equipping Kolaghan's Command. Let's go target player discards a card, destroy target artifact, I guess. All right, Sword of Fire and Ice done. Opponent discarded a Stony Silence. It's not doing an awful lot against us. And they swing in the air for 2. We're going to take it down to 9. Go to our turn. Liliana of the Last Hope. Let's crack our Bloodstained Mire. Let's get ourselves a swamp. Let's try and cast Kroxa. Kroxa enters. Opponent has to discard. They discard an Aether Vial. Let's go to combat. Swing in with our Seasoned Pyromancer and our Elemental. They are vialing in. Skyclave Apparition to take the Kroxa. No, to take the Rack. Okay. And Pathing the Kroxa. Okay, well, we'll use Path's ability. Get ourselves a mountain here. I'm going to trade with the Seasoned Pyro. That's okay with me. Get a 1/1 out of the deal and we hit him for 1. Pass the turn there. Silent Clearing. And they swing in for 2. Down to 6. Cracking the Silent Clearing to draw. And they run out of Leonin Arbiter. Pass to us. Bolt's pretty good here. Let's cast Bolt on the Archon. Run out Liliana of the Last Hope. Tick up on the Arbiter. Run out Liliana of the Veil. Tick up. Both players discard. We can attack this turn. Pass it there. And opponent scoops it up. All right. Happy with how that went. Weird game 1 from them. Don't know what happened there. Alrighty, we've lost the die roll for round 3. We're going to keep this hand. Opponent plays an Urza's Mine into a Chromatic Star. Wow, they mulliganed a lot. Cool. Yeah, that's Tron doing Tron things. Let's just play Blood Crypt, pay 2 life, run out the Rack, pass the turn there. Opponent cracks the Chromatic Star to draw, adding green to their mana pool. So they're only going to get hit for 1 here, but then that mana's going to go away. Sanctum of Ugin into another Chromatic Star, passes it there. I'm not in a rush, or am I? Because then they can do that again with this. Let's cast Grief, getting rid of Liliana of the Veil. Evoke trigger on the stack first. Let's do things correctly. Take the Chromatic Star. Now we're going to Undying Evil it, even though there's nothing to take, so it will come back. Then we're going to play the Malakir as the Malakir Miner, and we'll just pass the turn there. They take 3 down to 16, crack the Chromatic Star for green, Urza's Tower, good pickup. And the mana's going to go away. Liliana of the Veil as well. It's just Kroxa here. Opponent discards another tower. Okay. Swing in for 4. Play an Urza's Saga. Run out of Shadowspear. Pass the turn there. Opponent takes it down to 6. And they scoop it up. Very nice indeed. Okay, well, against Tron, we've got Void Mirrors. We've got Fulminator Mages. And we have Alpine Moons. Yeah, Pithing Needle, Alpine Moon. I think that's it. Don't think we need Lightning Bolt. Don't think we need Nihil Spellbomb. Don't think we need Shadowspear. Cut a Kroxa. Let's cut Tourach. Run it back like that. All right. Opponent on the 61 card special again. Gonna keep. Opponent plays an Urza's Power Plant. Opponent also kept a 7. Backup Kroxa is good. Let's play Bloodstained Mire, cast Grief, getting rid of a Kroxa. All right, what have you got going on, opponent? So I have the Sylvan Scrying and the Khan. Think we're taking Wormcoil Engine here, and we'll just let Grief go away. Pass the turn there. Urza's Tower, Bloodstained Mire, crack it, get a Blood Crypt tapped. Go to our turn. Let's play Castle Locthwain, run out Kroxa. Yep, they ditch Emrakul. Pass the turn there. Blast Zone. They're passing to us Voidwalker. All right, well, that's a follow-up for a future turn. Let's play a Bloodstained Mire. Let's crack it. Let's just get a swamp here. Let's run out Fulminator Mage. And in true anti-Tron fashion, we're going to try and take the power plant, leaving the tower. All right, opponent doesn't tick up the blast zone. They didn't hit a land, so they're passing now. Let's run out Voidwalker. Play the Blood Crypt tapped. Pass the turn there. And if we draw a fetch land, we can Kroxa. If not, we can Seasoned Pyro. Well, hello, Pithing Needle. Well, that might be going away. Is it? No, we can play that. Name Khan Liberated. Play Seasoned Pyro. Ditching our other Seasoned Pyro. Getting a land. Very nice. And we'll run out a Rack. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Take it down to 17. Pass the turn there. And we'll just get Kroxa back next turn. Force of Vigor. Okay, I'm fine with it. Means if we get their Khan, we can actually use it now. Wilt. Cycling it to draw. Very good. Still no lands, which means we're going to be hitting action with Kroxa. Could be a Sylvan Scrying though. Let's Kroxa, get rid of the Rack, Pithing Needle, Fulminator Mage, Bloodstained Mire, Bloodstained Mire. What do you give us, opponent? Yep, Sylvan Scrying. Thought so. Let's go to combat, swing in, and let's run out another copy of the Rack. And if they want to start Force of Vigoring it, that's cool. And opponent scoops it up. There we go. Took down Tron. Very happy with how that went. Alrighty, we've won the die roll again. We're going to go first. Gonna mulligan once. Yeah, I think I like this better. I'm going to keep... What do we put to the bottom? Let's put Shadowspear to the bottom. Let's play Swamp and Thoughtseize you. Hammer time. Think we're just taking Sentinel here. Pass the turn. Plains from our opponent. Opponent casts Steel Shaper's Gift. Gets a Cranial Plating to hand. Okay. Runs out an Ornithopter that they hadn't revealed before. Plays the Memnite. Passes to us. Ooh, okay. We've got the Tourach. Gonna play Blood Crypt tapped. Pass the turn there. Hope to draw a black source for this Tourach. Plains. They swing in for 1. We're going to take it. Down to 17. That's the Stoneforge. Stoneforge gets a Shadowspear. Okay. So we know all but one of the cards in their hand. Well, that's our other rack. Play Urza's Saga. And I guess there's no point holding out. Run out the rack. Run out the rack. Pass the turn there. No damage. Shadowspear might be a problem. All right. They play an Yawgmoth Nexus and a Pure Steel Paladin. Oh dear. All right. They're just playing out the hammer though. I thought they would have waited till next turn. So there's a chance. Yep, they equip the Memnite. Bonkers for 12. Down to 5. This better be a pretty impressive draw. Lightning Bolt. That ain't gonna do it, I don't think. All right, scoop it up. That was a damn shame. Let's bring in Shenanigans, Liliana, Damnation, Kozilek's Return. Pithing Needle and Feed the Swarms. Could be good. Don't know about Pithing Needle. Do not know. Probably cutting Kroxas here. Tourach's just proving a bit too slow, I think. We're gonna cut him. We'll bring in Last Hope. You want the Heretical healer? Don't think so, not this time. One more cut to make. Let's cut one Seasoned Pyro. Probably wrong, but we're gonna try it. All right, we get to go first this time. No grief. Do have a lot of our hate cards though. I'm gonna keep. Let's lead on Swamp and pass. Plains from our opponent into a Springleaf Drum, and they're passing. Let's play an Urza's Saga. Pass the turn there. Plains from our opponent. Sanctifier and Vec. Cool. We have the hate piece in hand. Memnite. No worries. Pass to us. Lightning Bolt. Not bad. Let's play Mountain and pass. Esper Sentinel. Sure. Pure Steel Paladin. Very nice. And they're swinging in. So they will get to draw off the Esper Sentinel, but I think 4 for 1ing an opponent's pretty good. Pass it there. Go to our turn. Shenanigans as well. Well, let's make a construct. Let's just get a Nihil Spellbomb here. Play a Blood Crypt tapped. Pass the turn. Play their own Urza's Saga. Okay. They're getting Loris to hand. Go to our turn. Liliana of the Veil. Well, I think this turn we're getting rid of that Urza's Saga. Going to combat, swinging for 2. When it takes it down to 18, we'll just pass it there. Yawgmoth Nexus from our opponent. Another Sanctifier. Okay. Exiles a bunch of our cards. Oh, just our Feed the Swarm. Okay. They're passing it there. Thoughtseize is nice. I think we're going to have to... Yeah, I'd rather wait for a land to make this Liliana much better. Yeah, I think we're Thoughtseizing. Just take Loris here. Let's go to combat, swing for 2. Opponent takes it down to 16, and we'll just pass the turn there. Opponent's running out an Ornithopter, running out the Pure Steel Paladin, and a Colossus Hammer. It's Lightning Bolt the Pure Steel Paladin, and we probably should have terminated there. Ah well. Opponent's down to 1 card in hand, and it's a prismatic ending, and they swing in for 2. We're just going to take it, and yeah, we're going to crack the Spellbomb now. Exile their graveyard, and draw a card. Malakir Rebirth. Okay. It's a land. Dauthi Voidwalker. Let's cast Shenanigans on the Ornithopter. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. And then we've got the Undying Evil in hand, so we're going to play the Malakir as the Malakir Mire. Pass it there. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Opponent swings in for 2. Passes. Untapped land, please. Tapped land. Let's play it tapped. Run out the Voidwalker. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Fortunately, the Shenanigans got exiled. I didn't even think about that. Another Sanctifier. Okay, this is getting annoying. Swing in for 2. It's all right. We got plenty of Lilianas. We'll get through them. We also have Damnation, so lots of tools. Go to our turn. Castle Locthwain, let's play it. Let's run out of Liliana, tick it down, targeting them. All right, they just let that go. Swing in for 3, because we can't block with it. Opponent animates the Yawgmoth, swings at Liliana. Let's terminate it. That worked. Yep, prismatic ending on the Voidwalker, that's very fair. Go to our turn. Lightning Bolt. Let's tick up Liliana, get rid of the Undying Evil. Pass the turn there. Opponent goes to combat, swings in for 2. I'm gonna block. Has the Sagada's Aid, and has an Esper Sentinel. Okay, Lightning Bolt on the Sentinel. I will pay 1 to prevent this from letting you draw, and then I will draw. Ooh, another Liliana, very nice. Go to our turn. Right, let's run out Dauthi Voidwalker. Let's tick down Liliana at you. Let's run out second Liliana, tick it up, pass the turn there, and it runs out of Stoneforge Mystic, gets a Shadowspear. All right, Shadowspear comes down, goes into play, equips to the Stoneforge Mystic. Pass to us. Feed the Swarm's not bad. Let's cast Feed the Swarm on Sagada's Aid. Let's draw with our Locthwain. Another land, not bad. And then let's make them sacrifice creature. Go to combat, swing in for 3. When it takes it down to 8, we pass the turn there. Ingenious Smith, okay, gets to look at the top 4 cards of the library. It's an Esper Sentinel, and they put Esper Sentinel into play. Probably not going to crack this Bloodstained Mire unless we have to, so we'll just pass the turn. Ah, Kolaghan's Command, cool. So let's take out Esper Sentinel, and yeah, let's just take out the creatures. Let's not let them draw, and then let's tick up the Liliana. I suppose we could let them draw. They had no way to tap mana. Yeah, we could have let them draw, then we get another discard that Dauthi might like. And opponent scoops it up. All right, that was a grind. Need a way to beat those things. Oh, is it just our board wipes? I think it's just our board wipes. Board wipes, Pyrite Spellbomb. That's all we've got. Let's go for it. I'm going to keep, because if we can draw a black source, we're laughing. Planes from our opponent. Into the Sagada's Aid. Alrighty, untap black source. Hey, let's play Bloodstained Mire. Let's crack it. I will get a Blood Crypt here. Will pay 2 life. I'm gonna get rid of the Dreadbore, I think. Yeah, get rid of the Dreadbore. Let's see if we can get you empty-handed, opponent. Right, 2 Colossus Hammer and a Cranial Plating. And then they had the Yawgmoth Nexus as well. Let's take Hammer. Cast Malakir Rebirth. Grief goes away. Grief comes back. Let's take Hammer. Pass the turn there. Yawgmoth Nexus to a top deck Stoneforge. Oh dear. I didn't want that to happen. They're getting another hammer. We could be dead. Pass to us. Dauthi Voidwalker. Let's play Urza's Saga. Let's run out Nihil Spellbomb. I guess we attack. But unfortunately, pretty sure we're dead. Yep. Urza's Saga wraps it up. Or will they play around a bolt? Swinging with the Stoneforge. Okay. Cranial Plating. Oh, they're going conservatively. Okay. I'm pretty sure they could have won there. Just going to hit us for 2. Okay, we'll take 2. Down to 13. I'm going to crack the Spellbomb. Draw a Kolaghan's Command. We're good. Hey! Alrighty, that's good. We're not out of the woods yet, but we drew a Kolaghan's Command. Okay, Urza's Saga ticking up. Mountain and Pass. Their Urza's Saga is ticking up. Getting themselves a Plains. Opponent's going through combat. Alright, let's make a construct. Need a land here. Oh dear. Go to our turn. Shadowspear is not a land. What can we do? Pithing Needle Yawgmoth, I guess? Yeah, okay. We make a construct here. Guess we can. Oh no, there's no Pithing Needle. There's no Pithing Needle. Pyrite Spellbomb was our only hope. I didn't bring in the Pithing Needle. Well, then I guess that means we lose. So if we tapped for mana instead, what happens? We still lose, I guess? Oh, Pyrite Spellbomb could have taken out the Yawgmoth Nexus. Alrighty. Well, let's swing in with the grief. Opponent takes it down to 14. Pass the turn there. Shouldn't have made a construct. They're making a construct though. Okay. There's the Saga doing its thing. Oh, they're activating Yawgmoth. Okay. Put the hammer on the Yawgmoth. Come on. Ah, Shadowspear. On the Yawgmoth. Okay. Hammer. Yes, before combat. On the Yawgmoth. Okay. They're clever. Yeah, they know that gives flying again. Yeah, should have just tapped for mana. Don't know why I didn't. That's the game. Oh, that was so close. Yeah, that was ours. We punted it away. Deck's got tools. You just got to remember to use them. Alrighty. Lost the die roll going into game 5. I'm not sure we can keep this one. Let's mulligan. Yeah, we can keep this one though. Let's put back, do we want Kolaghan's Command to go back? Yeah, let's put back Kolaghan's Command and maybe we can get up to some tricks with our Liliana and Dauthi Voidwalker. And it plays a Polluted Delta and passes. Let's play Malakir Mire and pass. Opponent cracks the Polluted Delta, gets an island. Is this mill? They're opting. Scalding Tarn passes. Okay, well, Bloodstained Mire, crack it. Get ourselves a Blood Crypt. Pay 2 life. And run out Dauthi Voidwalker. They crack the Scalding Tarn, get a Steam Vents tapped. Okay, Voidwalker has resolved. Pass to them. They play an island. Pass. Kroxa. Let's play Bloodstained Mire. Go for a Kroxa here. This should draw out any counter spells they might have. Nothing going on. All right, Kroxa. What do they discard to Kroxa? A Polluted Delta. Okay, let's just pass the turn. We forgot to attack. Like a chump. Island. Opponent opts. Passes. Let's crack the Bloodstained Mire. Get a Blood Crypt. Tapped. Go to our turn. Grief. Let's try and run out Liliana, and then if they have a counter for it, then our next spell can resolve because we can use the Dauthi. Opponent is countering it, so we have an Archmage's Charm. So we could draw 2 cards here. Sacrifice Dauthi, Archmage's Charm. I'm going to draw 2. Not bad. Let's run out Castle Locthwain, pass. Island from our opponent. Oh dear, this is getting to like Shark Typhoon territory. Pass to us. Another Grief. Okay. I think we lead with Seasoned Pyro. That draws out a cryptic command from our opponent. Okay. Let's cast the Rack. Pass the turn there. Opponent thought scours themselves. It's just passing. Okay. Mountain's pretty good. Play Mountain. Let's just hard cast a Grief. Opponent uses Counterspell. Pass the turn there. Thought scour. Opponent's paying costs. This is a big old Murktide. That is a very big Murktide. 8/8. Okay. Well, let's Thoughtseize our opponent. Let's take that Prismari command. I think it's Snapcaster Mage here. Ditch the Grief. Okay, Liliana's good. We play the Malakir Rebirth. We do. And we pass. Opponent plays a Polluted Delta. So that's the card they drew. They swing in for 8. Down to 6. Go to our turn. Shadowspear. Okay. So let's try and resolve a Kroxa. And it does spell snare it. And now let's try for a Liliana and hope they don't Snapcast a Counterspell. Snapcast a Mage. Counterspell. Scoop it up. Game 2. Expedition map. Damnation. Bolts probably aren't doing a lot against a Murktide. Probably afford to cut those. Let's bring in a Pithing Needle, I guess. Go down Pyrite Spellbomb. Guess that's what we're running with. Run it back like that. On the die roll, let's go first. It's almost good. Mulligan. That's the hand. Keep. Let's throw back Nihil Spellbomb. Let's play Blood Crypt. Pay 2 life. Let's evoke the Grief, getting rid of the Terminate. Let's look at their hand. Let's take Lightning Bolt. Malakir Rebirth. Let's have a look at their hand again. Let's take Dead Gone. Pass the turn there. Now, if we can rip a land, I would be very happy. Scalding Tarn. And they pass. Undying Evil's pretty good. Swing in for 3. Take it down to 17. Pass the turn. Crack the Scalding Tarn. Steam Vents. Untapped. Down to 14. Opting. Goes to their turn. Does hit the island. Okay. So they're holding up Counterspell now. Go to our turn. Swamp. Good pickup. Swing in for 3. So they spend the counter on the Voidwalker. Got a Thought Scour. Chance of hitting removal's pretty good. We're just going to pass. Thought Scour in the end step. Milling themselves. They mill 2 lands. Polluted Delta, Lightning Bolt with Counterspell backup. I mean, we have to do it now anyway. Forces them to use the Counterspell. Yep, they crack their fetch, get an island, Counterspell. I think that was the best way we could have done it. Now we get a Voidwalker down. They have 2 cards in hand. We're going to Thoughtseize their best one. Oh, Hall of Storm Giants. That's a win con. Snapcaster Mage, oh dear. For a Lightning Bolt, for a Dead Gone. Okay, keeping the Lightning Bolt for later. Takes out our Dauthi. They are in top deck mode. They've got 1 card in hand actually. Yeah, okay. Backup Dauthi. Pretty good. Pass the turn there. Opponent swings in for 2. Gonna take it. Down to 14. Go to our turn. Mountain. Let's play the Mountain. Let's Thoughtseize them. Opponent's gonna counterspell the Thoughtseize. Let's swing in this turn. And then next turn we can Seasoned Pyromancer, holding up the counterspell off Dauthi if it survives. They take it down to 7. Thought Scour. Mills a Lightning Bolt as well. Okay. Swings in for 2. No worries. Down to 12. Let's go to our turn. Seasoned Pyromancer. Sacrifice Dauthi. Get Counterspell. Counterspell the Archmage's Charm. That's such a cool interaction. Seasoned Pyromancer. Discard our Grief. Hit another Dauthi. Okay. Alright, I'm really happy with how this is going then. And we'll just pass the turn there. Expedition map, if it resolves, can get us an Urza Saga. No attacks from our opponent. Go to our turn. Let's try and run out of Dauthi. Yep, that eats a Cryptic, which means we get our Expedition map down, and I'm happy just to pass it there. Opponent plays a Castle Ventress. Passes to us. Bloodstained Mire. Let's crack the Expedition map, get our Urza Saga, play our Urza Saga. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 2. We can get tokens off this Seasoned Pyromancer if we need them. Yep, opponent's going to trade. Let's cast the Tourach without kicker. That draws out their last card. Okay, pass the turn there. Island from our opponent, which means the Hall of the Storm Giants is switched on, I think. 5, 6. Okay, so not yet. Kolaghan's command. Okay, let's stop in our opponent's draw step then. Yep, pass to them. Sure, you scry 2, opponent. Let's return target creature card. Target player discards a card. Let's return Seasoned Pyro. You discard a card. Hey, that worked. It discarded a Relic of Progenitus. Okay, well, we're not going to use that to win, so yay. Let's crack the Bloodstained Mire. Get ourselves a Blood Crypt. Tapped. Go to our turn. It's Add mana with the Urza Saga. Get a Rack. Run out Seasoned Pyro. And opponent scoops it up. Okay, cool. Game 3. Game 3. Just run it back like this. Yeah, I think so. Think we can keep this one. Opponent plays a Polluted Delta, passes. All right, another Seasoned Pyromancer is not what I had in mind. We're going to play and crack a Bloodstained Mire, get ourselves a Blood Crypt. We are going to pay 2 life, and we will just get down this expedition map. Pass the turn there. Opponent cracks their Polluted Delta in the end step, gets a Steam Vents, untapped, and opts. Goes to their turn, plays a Spire Bluff Canal, and has a Relic of Progenitus. All right, well, I'm going to play a Castle Locthwain, and then I will run out a Dauthi Voidwalker. That resolves, pass the turn there. Oh, opponent uses Dead. Gets rid of our Dauthi. Dead gone goes away for good though. Gonna make us exile a card. Let's get rid of Bloodstained Mire. Scalding Tarn. They crack it. Themselves an island. Back up Relic. They get rid of our Dauthi. They pass to us. Drew an Urza Saga. Alright, we'll just play Urza Saga. I'm just happy to pass it there. Opponent's bolting our face. Okay, they want to win this quickly. Sulfur falls. Bolts our face. Murktide. No cards in hand. Okay. Crack the expedition map. Get ourselves another Urza Saga. Go to our turn. This Urza Saga's ticking up. Let's run out Urza Saga, Liliana of the Veil, and let's make him sacrifice. Pass the turn there. They're cracking the Relic to draw. Pass to us. Let's put our Saga triggers on the stack. Let's make a construct here. Search our library for a Rack. Tick up with Liliana. Get rid of a Seasoned Pyro. Pass the turn there. Opponent's drawing 2 cards with Archmage's Charm. All right, they're making us work for it. We'll exile our Saga with their Relic. Hit them for 1. Scalding Tarn. And they pass. What do we draw? Kroxa. All right, well, we're tapping for mana then. Getting another copy of the Rack. We definitely want the activation off the Liliana, so we'll do that now. Get rid of another Seasoned Pyro. Now let's make them discard a card, deal 2 damage to their face with Kolaghan's command. Now do you draw off the Relic? Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Archmage's Charm. Cracking the Scalding Tarn. Get an island. Are they drawing 2 or are they countering? Countering. I'm not sure that's right, but okay. I mean, I'm going to attack, aren't I? So what, they hit Liliana, we can still tick up. So then they have to spend another card. Yeah, we're attacking. They have to block, I think. Have to block and hope they hit Bolt. No blocks. Okay. So they can crack the Relic in response. Pass the turn there. They are down to 11. So the Rack triggers are on the stack. They don't draw in response. So they take the full brunt. Hey! There we go. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, Rack.dos Rack. What did we think? We went 3-2. Very easily could have been 4-1 had I not punted that last game. Thought I'd brought the Pithing Needle in. I hadn't. Shouldn't have made a construct, just in case I hadn't got a Pithing Needle, or even if they hadn't answered a Pithing Needle, actually. I shouldn't have made a construct there because the Pyrite Spellbomb would have kept us in that game, and they wouldn't have been able to beat that. Not without significant effort on their part. So that was definitely ours to lose. Against the Yawgmoth deck, I grabbed the wrong 1-mana artifact. Should have grabbed my Nihil Spellbomb, and then we could have kept playing a game for a bit longer. No way to really beat. I mean, they were breaking even on life, I suppose, every time they were doing it, but they could just draw cards. There was no way for us to beat that. And then they just beat us down in the next game. So that was a little unfortunate. The other matches, though, they were pretty good. I was pretty happy with how everything went. There is definitely a power cut going red-black over black-white. You could run, in black-white, you can run Stoneforge, you can run Reanimator. I suppose you could run a Reanimator package in this. But yeah, the aim of the deck is just to get our opponent and even ourselves empty-handed as quickly as possible, and then use Urza Sagas to get our racks out. I feel like it worked pretty well for, a first run through. I'm pretty happy with how things went. Kolaghan's command is very, very good. I think 2 of that is correct. It's definitely just times when, if we had the ability to Kolaghan's command, we would have won. Some variance in those games, though. Our land situation was never all that stable. We flooded out a lot. We got stuck on lands a lot. So I'll definitely look into that and see if there's something we can work on for next time. Pyrite Spellbomb has been fantastic. I love Liliana. The reason why I'm not running just a Rack.dos Darcy deck today is because I wanted to run Liliana and Grief together and make it work. And both of these Lilianas are my favorite. I'm not sure we got to show Heretical Healer go off in the league. I'll have to rewatch to double check, but I've played 1 or 2 practice games where you play Liliana, you sacrifice your Dauthi, you get their spell, and then Liliana transforms, makes a zombie, you tick down, you get back the Dauthi. No one's ever continued playing after that. I think that's very cool. And it's not better than Loris, but it is something we can do instead of Loris. So if Loris or Companion does get banned, I think something like Heretical Healer, well done. Something like Heretical Healer, Heretical Healer, could definitely replace it or at least succeed it. For the sideboard, there's a lot going on. Feed the Swarm, I think, is pretty essential here. I like the Last Hope, Liliana of the Last Hope, to the point where I might even actually main her, because ticking down and getting back a Dauthi Voidwalker, getting back a Grief, I think is worth it. So I definitely think we're going to go a Liliana style. I think the Rack with this red Urza Saga thing going on is actually pretty good. So I'm happy with it. It's definitely a first go at the league. So yeah, maybe the sideboarding needs some work. If you've got any suggestions, let me know. Let me know what you thought of the deck. Were there any misplays I missed? Because I feel like I noticed all of them because they were all pretty painful. But yes, please let me know if there's any that we've missed. If you got any questions, be sure to leave comments down below as well. And with that, until next time, have fun.